Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I am going to do jelly plate printing. I get this requested a lot. People find my live shows or other videos, and they ask me to do more of these. So I've told you guys before, and what we're going to work on today is I'm going to give away 3 pieces of a jelly plate, and I'm going to work on another one so you guys can see how it works. So this is a jelly plate, this is a jelly plate, this is a jelly plate. These were I had this as a whole jelly plate, and I cut them into pieces because a lot of you want to try the jelly plate. It's too expensive for some of you. Some of you don't want to spend the money to get it. I totally get it. I got one. It's back there. My daughter got me for Christmas a couple years ago. I love it. And so I have an extra one. So I thought, okay, instead of giving away the whole jelly plate, I'm going to give away the pieces. And the reason I'm telling you this as well is because my jelly plate is this big. If you've not seen it, I don't know exactly how big, but it is approximately this big. Okay. Like this big. Well, it's hard to print and everything on fun and everything, but I don't have a lot of the room to sit and, do all this. And, I know they sell smaller ones, so I thought, why not just cut them and then everybody can have, 3 people can have one. I'm going to keep one. I will keep the smaller one and give away the bigger ones. So please keep your eye out for that giveaway. That'll be coming up very, very soon. So here we go. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm just going to use my paper here, and I'm going to use stuff at home or that I have here. I'm not going to go really, really crazy on this video. If you want me to do the bigger jelly plate and work on that, or more video on the small one, just let me know down below. Okay, so when I do the giveaway, I'm going to give away 3 of these pieces, and I'm going to give away a piece. They'll be clean. They won't be the ones I used. Some of these for texture. Okay, so you can play in your art journal or on your jelly plate or whatever you want. And I'm going to use, my paper towel, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to really go crazy using stamps and all that in this one. So you can see here I have this one, and I'm going to start layering a little lighter. I'm going to do pink and green, and I'm not going to go over colors that I'm using. I mean, I'll say them, but I'm not going to get too much in it. This is Soft Jade from Americana Multi-Surface Satin, and I'm going to use that first. And I advise you to have, paper towel or baby wipes near you. It can get messy, and as well, you want to have a place to put your papers, because for me, when I get out my big jelly plate, I'll see what this is like, but when I get out my big jelly plate, I have full sizes of paper, and after you print just a couple, you notice that you run out of space very, very fast. So you do want to get your big jelly plate out, or any jelly plate, and you want to play, but you want to make sure you get your, bang for your buck, so to say, and really sit down and play. Now, this is great to do with kids. It's great to do adults. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So let's start. Okay, so this green I'm going to put on, and that's going to be my layer, my bottom layer. And again, any paint you can use, acrylic paint. And I'm just going to do this. And again, we're working in a smaller, you're using a smaller jelly plate. So I'll just wipe my brush off of there, because that'll be all right, and now I want to stamp something in it. So let's start with our paper towel, and I'll use the circle, and what I'm going to do is just stamp. Very simple. Okay, you can see that definitely. Now I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Okay. And I'm going to lay it down. This is just a piece of sketch paper. I'm going to lay it on top. Give it a push. You can use your brayer if you want as well. And lift it up. And you can see It's a light color, obviously, but you can definitely see that the circles are underneath there, and that's really, really cool. So that's something very, very basic. Now we can go back, and I'm not going to clean it off. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the green. And I like using these multi-surface on here because they stay a little bit wet longer, but you definitely can use a extender or anything, you know, like that. So I'm going to put that down, wipe off my brush right there for the most part. And now I'm going to use one of these. So I'm just going to lay it and move. And you can see I'm going to move in just a little bit more because I'm using the light paint. Wasn't my smartest. All right, so I put that there. I'm going to use this one next and lay it here and lift it up. And then I'm going to put, let's pull it off on here to see how this comes out. So you guys can see, and then I'm going to go darker color. I like this to layer, and I'll layer on it in a minute once I get this off. So you just rub it very quickly, nothing too major, but you can see the texture in there. All right, and that's a light color. So now let's say we don't want to use that light color anymore. Let's use a dark color. Let's use purple eggplant. Okay. Now we'll put some of this eggplant on there. And you can definitely make your own jelly plate if you want. And I'm going to leave that little bit on there. It's not going to hurt anything. And I'm just going to squirt. Sometimes, most of the time, it'll come up in, if it dries very fast. I don't know about these paints, but it'll come up on this purple. But you'll be able to really see the purple. It's okay if you mix colors. It's not a big deal. Now I'll use this, which is the lines. And I'm just going to set them all over. Nothing too major. And then have a piece of paper to the side where you can press it off. And look at that. So you get, you know, you're getting a mixed media page. You're doing it while you're jelly printing. So everything, you know, I like to be, I like to make sure I get more bang for my buck all the time. Okay. Now I'm going to use this piece, which is texture. And I'm going to lay it down. And then I'll lift it up. And I have those balls, which you can't really see, but I'm just going to tap it around, even on top of the ones I already did. And then I'll put this down. And look at that. Look how cool. Just taking off some of that extra paint. Gonna set it there. And then we have this one, which is like a scrubby. And gonna lay it down, and like that. And then I'm gonna go in with my paper towel and just put some circles going that way. Nothing too major. And then I'm gonna take my piece of paper again, and I don't care where it's going to lay. I just want to see what print comes up. And I'm going to lay it down. Just lay it on there very gently. Rub it. I'll lift it up, and you see you get that cool texture. Okay, and we're making basically a mixed media page. So I'm going to let that on there for a second, and I'm going to go like this to have it dry. You don't want to use your heat gun or anything like that because it could possibly melt your jelly plate, and you really don't want to do that. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to lay this down. Okay, and then I'm going to take that bulk of that purple off. I'm going to use one of my sprays. I'm going to use yellow. Shake it up. And I'm going to spray it like that. And then lift it up. And you can see underneath. Now don't forget, you know, put this on your other paper that you have. And you get, you know, you'll get all kinds of cool prints. All right, so now we have this. So let's take this piece and lay it here. And I'm just gonna tap it. Lift it up. Now you can't see too well, but you can see that you're layering now. And you can see where I put the doily, you can see the colors, and the yellow and purple look really, really good together. And you can keep layering on top of that. And I will leave whatever's left on here. And one more piece of paper just to show you guys. Let's do this. Let's do some yellow. Shake this up. Use yellow paint. I'm just using spray. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use yellow, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to make a lot of marks on here with different things. I'll go like this everywhere so that comes off. I'll use, you know what? Let's use one stamp just to see. I'm going to use my bat stamp. Let's see. We'll put that right there, and let's see how that comes up. Again, I'm just printing off so it goes off. And let's do this one. Okay. And all right. Now I'm going to put on, I want to, maybe I'll print off and see how that goes with the bats real quick. I get too excited playing with these because I love the looks that come out. Okay, now you can't see the bats too well. You can, let me see, I can see them, but I don't know how well you're going to see them because there's dark. Let's see. You can see some of them, and you can see it picked up the dark purple underneath. But those bats aren't coming like I want them. Let's do some black. But you can see you're getting great prints. You're getting great mixed media backgrounds here. So, you know, you can use on cards, you can use in scrapbooking, you can use anywhere. So I'm just going to put some of this black on. Probably need a little more there, Cal. Although that's a cool look to print. Okay. And there's so much you can do. This is just a very quick beginners to the Jelly Plate. So you guys can have some ideas. All right, so we're gonna do that. And now I'm gonna I'll take this stamp and pop it here. And you can see, and I'm just gonna wipe it off here. And then, where'd my bat one go? Okay, I know I just had my bat one. Here it is. Oh, Callie. Okay, now you can see that in there. I'm just wiping it off, kind of smashing it everywhere. And so let's print. Now this might be a little too much ink on there. I mean, too much paint. So you can leave it dry for a second if you want. You don't want it to dry too much, but you know, you can definitely give a minute to it. As you can see, I'm just kind of down my list. And then I'll lay down. Just set it on there. Give it a quick, yeah. And then look. And you got the bats. And you got that. Look how good that came out. So, I mean, this is a cool ATC, right? Like that. You know, you do this, cut it out, put it on your, you know, and you have a cool ATC card. Or you have a cool background. Now, let's do something on top of this yellow because I want that yellow to come through. So, let's do something like, let's do these dots. I'm just using a piece of wood. Use a handle or whatever you have. And I'm just going to go through and do dots. And you'll see when I do the dots, you know what, I'm just going to go over the bats a little bit because there's a lot there. And I'm just scribbling, do half circles, whatever. Okay. And then I'm going to lay the yellow on that. So I'm going to, I'm not going to be too perfect. I'm just going to kind of lay it down, set it on there, give it a pat. If you want to use your roly-poly, you can, and lift it up. And then you get that yellow coming through, but you can still see, you can see the dots, you can see. So that's a really cool grunge look. And then you have this one. So it's very, very easy, very fun. And like I said, it's just this little one. So, you know what I mean? It's not over, because I know a lot of people get very overwhelmed doing new things in art. We are perfectionists sometimes. We get overwhelmed sometimes. We get afraid we're not going to do it right, so we just don't do it. This is a great step into doing it so you can get all these fantastic prints and, you know, do your thing. Do your thing, have fun. It's calming, it's relaxing, it's a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think of this. And keep your eye out for, I'm going to print one more just because I like to. And let me know if you guys like this video and if you guys are excited to have a little giveaway with these. 3 people will win. And here we start again, another print, you know, and then we can do another color on there with shapes and put it on. I mean, you can go on forever. I could sit here for an hour. I did a live show, I think, doing the jelly plate. So, I mean, I really can get into doing this. So let me know, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like seeing these kind of videos and how to use different items in your mixed media. I love doing that. And like I said, it's all stuff that you can use at home. Toothbrushes and, you know, whatever you have. So I love you guys, and as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you guys. Bye.